Hello everyone. My greetings to each one of you. This is the 13th session on determination of income and employment. In the previous session, you have understood about equilibrium process with the help of savings investment approach. I am Poonam Vohra from Economics Learning Center. In this session, you will understand about multiplier and its working with the help of a numerical example. So let us begin. Multiplier. It is defined as the increase in national income as a multiple of given increase in investment. That is K is equal to delta Y divided by delta I. For example, suppose an additional investment of rupees 4,000 crores in an economy generates an additional income of rupees 16,000 crores. Then multiplier would be 16,000 divided by 4,000, which is 4. It implies that income increased 4 times with the simple increase in investment. One needs to understand that there exists direct relation between MPC and multiplier. Higher is the marginal propensity to consume, more will be the value of multiplier and vice versa. This concept of multiplier is based on the fact that one person's expenditure is another person's income. When investment is increased, it also increases income of the people. People spend a part of increased income on consumption. However, the amount of increased income spent on consumption depends upon marginal propensity to consume. In case of higher MPC, people will spend larger proportion of their increased income on consumption. In such a case, higher will be the value of multiplier. But in case marginal propensity to consume is low, people will spend lesser proportion of their increased income on consumption, and value of multiplier will be comparatively less. Here is an algebraic explanation of the relationship between multiplier and MPS or MPC. Y is equal to C plus I, everyone knows that. Delta Y would be equal to delta C plus delta I. Now dividing delta Y on both sides, one gets delta Y by delta Y is equal to delta C by delta Y plus delta I divided by delta Y. This is nothing but 1 is equal to delta C by delta Y is MPC. Delta I by delta Y is 1 by K. So by reorganizing, you get K is equal to 1 over 1 minus MPC. And it is known that 1 minus MPC is equal to MPS. So multiplier is equal to 1 by MPS. That is, marginal propensity to save has inverse relation between with multiplier, or there exists direct relationship between marginal propensity to consume and multiplier. Now assess yourself and answer this simple question. At what rate consumption is increasing in an economy when marginal propensity to save is 0.5 and autonomous consumption is 0? It is known to everyone that marginal propensity to save is a counterpart of marginal propensity to consume and is written as MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. MPS is known to us, so one can easily find. Let us understand the working of a multiplier. It is based on the fact that one person's expenditure is another person's income. That is, when additional investment is made, then income increases many times more than the increase in investment. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Suppose change in investment is 100 crores and marginal propensity to consume is 0.8. Now the total increase in income is in several rounds. Let's see how. In the first round, investment means expenses on the producer goods. So investment of 100 raises the income of producers of these goods by 100 crores, out of which 0.8 is MPC, 80% is spent. This expenditure incurred on consumption results in rise in income of the producers of those consumer goods by 80 crores. So increase in income at the end of second round would be 100 plus 80, out of which again 80% is consumed. That means 64 crores of income is spent on consumption, which becomes the income of the producers of consumer goods in the third round. And whatever is not consumed gets saved. So in the fourth round, once again 80% of 64 is consumed. That means expenditure incurred of 51.2 crores becomes the increased income of the producers of those consumer goods. So by the end of the fourth round, total increase in income is now 100 plus 80 plus 64 plus 51.2. In this manner, national income goes on increasing in round after round. But increase in each round is restricted to 80% of the increase in the previous round. So the absolute increase becomes smaller and smaller. This increase in income stops when delta I is equal to delta S, or when aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. This can be shown diagrammatically too. Income is taken on the x-axis, aggregate demand on y-axis. Aggregate supply, we have already understood, begins from the origin and has 45 degree. Aggregate demand is upward sloping but begins from some positive value. Delta I, increase in investment, raises the aggregate demand upwards. So new aggregate demand is AD1. Initial equilibrium was at point E with equilibrium level of income OY. Due to increase in investment, so new equilibrium is at point F. Income rises from OY to OH. So it is clear that change in income is greater than change in investment, and the value of multiplier K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Marginal propensity to consume, which is 0.5 in this case. So marginal propensity to consume indicates the rate at which consumption increases in response to increase in income. I hope it is clear. Now have a look at this statement and identify whether the statement is true or false. Multiplier process assumes the existence of excess capacity in the economy. Please check your answer. The statement is true. Without excess capacity, output cannot increase in response to the increase in investment during the short period. I hope you have understood the concept of multiplier and its working. With this, the session comes to an end. The next session would focus on relationship of multiplier with marginal propensity to consume and marginal propensity to save. Till then, keep reading, keep learning, and keep practicing.